Hey there, welcome to AutoNet. Now I've talked in the past before about creating custom widgets for the ArcGIS API for JavaScript, and today I just want to quickly go over how you can create stateless components that you can reuse for a bunch of your different widgets. So for example, I've got this authenticate widget here, and just so you can see what it looks like, it's just a simple button that's going to show a sign out icon. If I click on it, it's now turned into a sign in icon, right? And that's going to let me load my map for my application here. It's pretty simple, not too much to it. Now that icon that's used here, I might want to reuse that throughout the rest of my application somewhere. Maybe in a different widget or some other place. So what I can do is, instead of just using the SVG here inside of my widget component, and remember, this is all virtual DOM stuff, so this isn't it's going to generate the SVG, but it's actually this creates a virtual DOM node inside of my widget. What I can do is I can actually move this out into a stateless component. And the way that would work is it's just a function that's going to return a component here. So it's just going to return that SVG itself. Now, it's stateless because it's only going to use any properties I pass to it. In this case, I just pass an object that's going to have the icon class on there. And the only thing I need to bring this in is going to be this little helper in here to be able to do the virtual DOM stuff. So it's in one module. I've got two icons: sign in, sign out. Okay, so now to use this, remember it's just a function. So in my widget here, I just bring in these little components here from my auth icons module. I got sign in, sign out. Now I come in here, I can just replace this with a function, sign in, and I need to pass an object with the icon class. That's a CSS icon. I'll pretty much just copy this here. And I got one for sign out. I'll change that to sign out. I like my semicolons. Don't give me a hard time. All right, cool. So now if I refresh the application here, everything should still work. Yep, there we go. And my sign out button. And now I've got my sign in button. I got my little sign in pops up over here, sign in, and there we are, good to go. Awesome. So that's how you can take advantage of some of these stateless components to make these little reusable components you can use throughout your application and multiple widgets if you want to. Now I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm not completely sold on this concept here, but if you really want to make these little components more portable, you can do this whole CSS in JS thing. And basically the way this works is that you're going to I'm using a library. In this case, I'm using a library called JSS. I'm going to import it from JSS. And what you do is you're just going to write your CSS as objects inside of your actual JavaScript code, in this case my TypeScript. And when you do that, depending on which library you use to do this, they'll have some sort of functions that are going to let you attach this generated CSS to the your DOM page, your document page, and you don't have to worry about adding it to the style sheet yourself. It's going to go and create it and attach it for you. This is really popular with a lot of React components right now, so you can do all of your styling directly in the components. Now it's not inline styling, it's still creating a style sheet. You just now sending this style sheet embedded inside the actual code for every component. It makes it portable. I can see the point in that. I'm just not totally sold on the idea right now. But basically the way you would do something like this with the widgets in the JavaScript API, I'm using a library called JSS. And I'm just going to create my little object here, a styles object that's going to have an icon. This is going to be the class name I want. That's not going to be the class name that gets generated. It's actually going to generate a unique class name for your component. That way it doesn't have any conflicts with the rest of your application. So I'm going to go ahead and create this icon class, give it some style properties in here. And I'm going to go ahead and use this method called create style sheet, pass it the object, and then this attach is going to attach it to my page for me and return back this class's object. Now I can use this as part of dynamic classes for the widgets and just say that for this class, set to be true, saying that I want this class to be attached here. Now I can do something like this. I can say classes is going to be equal to dynamic classes. I spell that right? I can't even spell. Look at that. If you watch enough of my videos, you'll know I have a hard time spelling things. Just, I don't know what my problem is. So, okay, I'll update these two. No longer take properties anymore because I'm doing everything totally encapsulated inside these components. So now I need to update this because I'm passing arguments that aren't there. The power of typing your stuff. All right, so okay, there we go. So these are just completely portable small components now. And if I refresh the page, I've still got my icon there. Got my sign out. Again, I'm signed out. Let the page load, sign in. I sign in, changes to the sign out icon. If I look at the head here, you'll see it injected a style tag with the icon name, the icon style in here, and it just gives you a unique name. All right, and then that style is now been applied. Inspect that, and let's make it a little bigger here. If I look here and look at the SVG, that class was applied to the SVG of my little component there. And there you go. That's how you can take advantage of using stateless components in your widget development in the JavaScript API. And again, you can even play around with doing these portable CSS embedding into your actual components themselves. Again, I'm not endorsing this 100%. I'm not completely sold on the idea right now, but it's something interesting to play with. So I'm exploring it right now. So have fun. Thanks.